this blood moon energy that we are in, my goodness. Blood moons symbolize change, major transformation. They are truly an invitation for us to look at our shadow selves. And it's interesting because, again, with Vedic astrology, the blood moon was in Pisces, okay? Very different. Fire and water, it's complete opposites. It's not Aries, it was in Pisces. So what I'm getting, like the message that's coming through from Spirit is somebody is having like an overwhelming emotional type of breakdown right now, okay? And it's like blood moons can also bring up like grief and really heavy dark emotions. Like it's a time to self-reflect, and it's like the universe truly will sit you down face to face with your darkness and you will have to look at it, okay? And I feel like there's somebody who truly is going through that process right now in a big way. We have the Devil and 6 of discs in reverse, okay? 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 1, 2, 3 on my timer. And that's interesting because with the Devil is, the shadow aspect. There's somebody who I feel like has been running from their demons for a long time. And this blood moon was pretty much, I'm just seeing like a fork in the road. It was like the universe truly sat this person down, and Spirit will give you many chances, okay? It's like you will have many chances to 2 of Pentacles. I'm telling you to stop juggling and make a decision, make a proper, look at this, Queen of Cups in reverse, the Emperor. And I feel like this person is starting to heed the warnings. They're starting to heed the messages that are clearly coming through from Spirit. And not only that, I feel like there is a lot of people, 222 on my timer, who have passed on around this person, who are coming to them in dreams, okay? And this person is like really freaked out, really freaked out. But they're getting clear messages, okay? It's like they're hearing word for word what these people are saying to them in their dreams. And they're waking up like, what the heck was that? But this is the energy of like, and for a lot of these people, I feel like they truly were not good to the people who are coming to them in their dreams, But when we pass on, it's like, we're back into the all, we're back into the oneness, the connectedness, and it's, it doesn't really matter what happened on earth because we know it was an experience, okay? But I truly believe like this person has many people passed on in spirit. This person has Spirit specifically reaching out to them to really try and get them to understand. And this full moon blood eclipse was most definitely a big wake-up call for them, okay? Because it's like any of the grief, any of the guilt that they have been suppressing has come up to the surface. We have 6 of Swords in reverse. It's like this person is really starting to see 3 of Wands in reverse as well, that they're not going to be able to move on to calmer waters until they truly start having a good look at themselves, the decisions that they've made. I feel like in a lot of cases, a lot of people have truly pulled away from this person. This is somebody who, I'm just looking down at this deck here in the Solitude card. This is somebody who has truly been put into solitude by the universe to have a look at themselves, and it's like, I really don't know what to say about this energy. Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm telling you, there's a lot of repercussions for a lot of things that this person has done. The moon in the dark that are coming back to the surface, okay? And I feel like people that I'm picking up on like a masculine and feminine energy specifically, because we have the Emperor here and a Queen of Cups in reverse. I feel like these 2 people are really, they're struggling in many areas. Okay, but I feel like together they created so much negative energy. They created, look at this, 10 of Swords. they hurt a lot of people, okay? And it's like you have free will. You can choose to say no. You can choose to say, hey, you know what? This doesn't seem right. Neither one of them did that, okay? They were more than happy to do what they did, to go along with whatever they were doing. And now it's like, you know, that it's catching up. Somebody has, I feel like mainly this emperor, because the emperor came out in the upright. I feel like this emperor is truly having some very heavy feelings of guilt and remorse, because they're really starting to realize, you know, like this is the energy of somebody looking at themselves and being like, wow, you know, I'm kind of a monster. That's just what's coming through from spirit. Like this person is realizing, you know, they may have became somebody who treated them poorly. They may have had, you know, an absent parent or an abusive 555 on my timer, an abusive parent, or grew up in an abusive living situation, and they're starting to realize, wow, I bled that trauma into my family. I did the exact same thing that was done to me instead of doing the work and healing, and now they're stuck with all this guilt, with all of this grief. Six of Cups, I'm telling you, for a lot of you, this is somebody in your family, you know? And it's like, we have Strength here and Temperance. I feel like for a lot of you, you know, you absolutely did the right thing by moving away from this person, because this person was very karmic, okay? This was absolutely somebody who, you know, was not making good choices. And it, you know, it is what it is. I feel like this person had a lot of distractions or vices, you know. They may have been Six of Wands in reverse. I'm telling you, this is like, there's something that's happening in this person's life that's really like, this full moon is exposing a lot, okay? And I don't feel like this is the energy of them coming forward with something. This is the energy of like something they never thought was going to come back to them is coming back to them, okay? And in a way, they manifested this with all of this guilt, with all of this shame for everything that they did. Like this is somebody who sits alone and allows the darkness to consume them, okay? Like this is Four of Cups here. I'm telling you, they may like to drink. She's sitting by the water drinking, you know, but this is really heavy energy. But the message coming through from spirit is this blood moon was truly a wake-up call for many, you know, for a lot of people who have been running away from their demons, who have been continuing to, you know, pretend like nothing bad's gonna happen from the things that they did or the choices they made. You know, they are sorely mistaken, okay? And in a lot of cases, because of the vices these people had and the things that they were doing, they've manifested their own demise. Ton of Wands, heavily burdened. The High Priestess in reverse. I'm telling you, like, you know, they didn't follow their intuition. They didn't listen. And even though they have, you know, a lot of people trying to guide them right now, it doesn't change, you know, the damage that was done. Justice. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who are having spiritual awakenings because Justice is on the bottom of my deck down here too. Because that's the only way that they would learn. You know, the only way that they would truly get it is if they really had to face the repercussions of their actions. And this is the energy, absolutely, with this full moon. I don't know who needs to hear this message. This was a tough one. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I love you. Take care.